Welcome back, guys. Check it out. It's sunny. No rain. That means we're going to take the S13.4 out, do a little drive around. I'm sorry if the camera angle isn't great when we're in the car. My mount hasn't actually showed up yet, but we're going to try to rig something up. We're going to make something work. I'm not moving the plate. The plate's staying there. I've got a lot of suggestions from police to move it. No one's actually pulled me over and wrote me a ticket for it yet, so we're actually going to keep it there. But we're going to drive around. Fair warning, it is going to be a little loud. It's going to be a little rattly. I got the poly engine and trans mount, so hopefully that doesn't interfere too much. But let's start this thing up and let's take it out. Long driveways really suck. Lake up here, get on some open highway and let her eat a little bit, and then I'll do a little walk around here when we're not in the garage of the car. Here's one of my favorite parts, one of my favorite eBay ads here. My eBay GPS speedometer. Like I was saying, everybody's speedometers don't work. In a swap car. It's not built for comfortable driving. It's a little bouncy, it's a little stiff. But it checks all the checkpoints for what I'm looking for in a car. I got a daily. I just wanted something I could drift reliably and have a lot of fun in. And this thing is all that and more. This car was originally built by Never Slow Performance in Fort Worth, Texas. They've done a lot of Pro-Am cars and FD cars. And this is one they built for a customer. This thing really screams. This road is really bouncy. I don't know if the camera's doing it any justice or not. It's a great clutch. It's not near as stiff and on and off as a lot of people say they are. These Iowa roads suck. They are really, really bouncy. It's sending the camera all over the place. We'll get up here. We're almost off this shit bouncy road. It's one of those roads they replace every like 5 foot, so it's awful. It's really bad pulling a trailer as well. Time finding shifters that I really like. There's a lot of them that look cool, but not a lot that feel good in your hand, that is easy to grab. So I kind of just designed something myself. It's not really that special, but it's something I designed that works incredibly well for me, and it checks all my boxes. Pull in here to the state park, do a little walk around when we're not in the garage. This Sparco suede wheel, if any of you have questioned whether an expensive wheel is really worth it over a NRG or something along those lines, this Sparco, I'll tell you, I will choose 10 times out of 10 of any of the NRG wheels I used to run. But the real thing, when I noticed a pretty good difference when I went with the poly motor and engine and trans mounts. They really stiffen up the car. They feel a lot better. The SR shakes a lot less. The old rubber mounts were pretty shot. But overall, the quality is good. They're ISRs, and the hydro I went with it's a Twisted Motions hydro with a Caleb Quanbeck hydro handle. It's one of his Quan Gang handles, and it works great. I had a few issues at first. I had some cheap brake pads on the rear. It's an inline hydro, stock calipers. I had some cheap O'Reilly's brake pads on there. Didn't work the greatest. I went to Hawk. Those didn't really lock the way I wanted them to. But I actually put the Project Mu D1 pads from I think it was Toge Sport. I got them online for. And they lock hard. They lock really good. There's some people up here. We'll pull the hydro in here a little bit before I get out here. But it actually locks it really well, and I'm actually very happy with it. Kind of lock them up right here a little bit. A little louder than I anticipated. But they work great. Alright, so we'll get out here and I'll get situated. Big guys in little cars are not fun. But I'm going to get out here and we'll check out around the car when we're not in the garage. So here it is. Here's my little garage queen. We got her out. Let's go ahead and look at it a little closer. I'll give a little more in depth with some of the visual stuff you guys are seeing, and some things that I figured out that I like best. Just try to save you some time and money. I bought a lot of cheaper parts first. I didn't know what the more expensive ones were all about, and some parts that I didn't like the more expensive ones, so I had to build something of my own that I liked better. First thing a lot of people notice is my harness bar. Get here. I actually did not like the cheaper ones you could find online. They were a little thin for my liking. I seen way too many horror stories on what happens when you actually get in an accident, so I built something a little thicker with some kickers that I knew wasn't going to take me anywhere. So that's what I went with for a harness bar. Some other stuff that I actually fabricated myself or had someone fabricate is a front bash bar. It loops around on the inside here, on inside here, and then V's down here, here, and it V's up through here. Something a little more stout. I wanted something that actually looked a little more aggressive, and I think this checks all those boxes. And I actually ended up getting that done a whole lot cheaper than buying one done. I think said and done, this only cost me, I think 80 or 90 bucks to get for the material and to make, which is fantastic. Here's that shift handle I was talking about. It's actually just a tube, and at the end I had a bolt welded in the end of this, and so it's a screw on here, and it's actually weighted up here to get it to where it fits. It feels good in my hand, and there's nothing better than making something to make it work other than ordering a whole bunch of parts and hoping that it works. And I did that. I ordered a bunch of parts and hoped it worked before I finally decided to just make my own. These lip idea here, this actually came from Travis Griffith in Des Moines, owner of Xiaomi Garage. Now, I highly recommend you check out his Instagram, Xiaomi Garage, and he does amazing cage work, and he actually is the one that runs something similar to these on his car, and he had some laying around, and it's something I wanted to do as well, and he hooked me up and got me this, and I can't thank him enough for that. The wing on here is actually a homemade wing as well, other than the deck. Carbon fiber deck. And then these were machined out of aluminum. And these wing ends here is actually something I did myself. See, Wolf Arrow actually sells some clear ones like this, and I saw some online that had the same ABS plastic that was see-through, and online it looked a whole lot more pink than when it showed up. When it showed up, it looked a whole lot more orange. So we actually just wrapped that in some of the vinyl we used for the pink zebra there, and I think it looks pretty good. I think it turned out pretty great. These are Aodhan wheels, 18 by 11 plus 20, I believe, in the rear, and these are 18 by 9.5 plus 15s in the front. The exhaust pipes were an idea I had, a vision I had that I wanted, that Todd's Exhaust Pro here in Carroll, Iowa actually did for me. You gotta have a little obnoxious saying underneath your wing, don't you? 50/50 tails. The wrap job I actually did myself, and it was way harder than I anticipated it on being. make sure you guys check out Misguided Garage on Big Cartel. Get yourself some merch off there. We got stickers and banners, and we'll get some clothes on there soon. There's more of that 1010s podcast. But yeah, we're actually going to take her out a little more, cruise a little more. I'll take you guys with me for that. And I'll see you guys back at home. And that's it. Not a huge action-packed day, but you guys got a little see a little bit of this running. I actually did hear there's some issues in the rear end. I heard some squeak noise. That's actually the first time I've had it out since I put those D1 pads on, so they're squeaking. I got to figure out what's going on there. But until next time, I plan on every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday to post. So until then, like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends, and keep on sliding.